It is an extraordinary figure that surprised not just obviously the Treasurer and many others, but it also surprised all of the analysts in the markets. The seasonally adjusted growth figure of 1.3% is a surprisingly strong number, and we hope the trend continues. This does demonstrate the resilience of the Australian people in the face of a flawed government. It also demonstrates the resilience of the Australian economy in the face of a number of challenges. The strong data reflects higher consumption of goods and particularly services, and particularly by households. Essential household items like food and rent have been significant drivers of this component of growth. Mr. Swan often says that the mining boom belongs to someone else. Well, today the mining boom belongs to all Australians. This is not the time to make conditions more difficult for the mining industry. It is not the time to put a new tax on the mining industry. Manufacturing continues to experience tough conditions with output falling again. This is the sixth decline in manufacturing output in the last 8 quarters and comes on top of ABS data released on Monday showing a further sharp fall in manufacturers' profits. And we say again, now is not the time to make life harder for a particular part of the economy that is doing it tough by introducing the world's largest economy-wide carbon tax. The forecast doubling of this year's budget deficit to $44 billion, combined with the 0.75% cut in the cash rate by the Reserve Bank over the last 2 months, seems at odds with these extraordinary numbers. However, I do want to reiterate, the Coalition welcomes these numbers. It wants these numbers to continue. It expects the government to do everything it can to make these numbers a reality for the rest of the year, but we fear that the carbon tax, the mining tax and the government's own incompetence is going to make that a challenge. The numbers are the numbers. I totally accept that the numbers are the numbers. Imagine how well our country could do if we had a good government. When you go deep into the numbers, it reflects the fact that other industries like manufacturing and so on are doing it pretty tough, It is extraordinary though that the Reserve Bank put out a statement yesterday identifying modest domestic growth as an issue, and today we have these extraordinary numbers. Why has the government got a doubling of its budget deficit to $44 billion in the same period that we have 1/4 of 1.3% growth? It comes down to the fact they're a bad government. And I just say again, imagine what our nation could do if we had a decent government.